Golf Central. Brought to you by Titleist.
It'll be a new look for Tiger Woods in 2017. The 14-time major champion announcing he's going to have new clubs in his bag as part of a deal with TaylorMade, which will be a 13-club equipment deal. We're going to have a full report on this with Todd Lewis, who's at Torrey Pines, coming up. So let's take a look at how Tiger Woods looked in the Wednesday Pro-Am for the Farmers Insurance Open. I'm with Brian Bateman. Brian, here he is on the very first hole of the day.
Well, early in the morning, and what a thrill for these amateurs to finally see Tiger Woods in action after 17 months off.
Especially striking iron shots like this, his approach to one.
You know, George, at the Hero World Challenge back in December, really had his iron game dialed in. And once again, swing looks good, iron game looks good. Hope that it continues.
Very chilly off the coast there, and he was trying to heat things up with the birdie out of the gates.
Yeah, and these are the new greens over at the North Course from the redesign from Tom Weiskopf. And I think every player in the field is going to struggle finding the correct breaks on these new greens.
Now on 3, the par 3, Tiger for birdie.
Yeah, to say that, the Tiger finds the read on these perfectly bent grass greens. Nice putt there from Tiger, what we would expect.
Par 4, 6 is third, and this is something that we are intently watching.
Yeah, not the hardest of chip shots here. We really don't know what the lie looked like, but yeah, he needs to do better than that, leaving it a good 12 feet short. I'm sure he's just spent a lot of time around these greens at the North Course, and here he is with his par putt. But once again, this is what Tiger Woods is known for, covering up mistakes. Another great putt from Mr. Woods.
This was a hard mistake to cover up, his third to the ninth.
Yeah, that's not what you wanted to do. It's actually a delicate little shot there, trying to hit a flop shot. But typical Tiger Woods with the rebound, never gives up, and almost makes this for par. So we've seen some good and we've seen some bad.
All told,
Tiger Woods.
That's a ho-hum par for Tiger Woods. We're going to have much more on his short game coming up. In this edition of Golf Central, I'm George Savarickas. This guy has won on the PGA Tour in Brian Bateman. Brian, what needs to happen for Tiger to have success this week at the Farmers Insurance Open?
Well, a lot of things. I think he needs to be patient with his golf game and his golf swing. But I think if he had to pick one area that he needs to work on based on how he played at the Hero, which is really all the evidence we have, it's his driver. It's finding the fairways on the very difficult South Course and the more difficult, now that it's been redesigned, North Course. They've had a lot of rain in the area in the last few weeks. The rough is up. It's going to be thick. And so the players that find the fairways are going to be able to attack the greens with their irons, and he needs to do a little bit better job than he's done in the past with his driver. For
the fan at home, obviously they've tweaked the north a little bit. How difficult are the north and south layouts off the tee?
Well, the North Course used to be very narrow. It used to have some of the most narrow fairways on the PGA Tour. Now, there wasn't a whole lot of rough. And they had fairway bunkers that weren't in play anymore. So now with the redesign, the fairways have been widened. The fairway bunkers have been pushed forward to be more in play with where players are hitting drivers now. The South Course speaks for itself. It's just a hard golf course. But you used to could play the North and hope to make some birdies and then try to survive the South. Now they're pretty much neck and neck, and it's going to be a tough go for the first 2 days for these guys.
Well, folks, get your popcorn ready for the first round. It's going to be a lot of fun to see Tiger Woods playing with world #1 Jason Day, as well as one of the longest hitters on the PGA Tour in Dustin Johnson. They go off at 1:40 Eastern Time to get it going at the Farmers Insurance Open. So for more on Tiger to TaylorMade, which is the big news of the day, let's go out to Todd Lewis, who's at the Farmers Insurance Open. Todd, what more can you tell us about how this came about?
Well, Tiger's deal with TaylorMade is a 13-club deal, but I can tell you he will not have 13 TaylorMade clubs in his bag this week for the Farmers Insurance Open. He will have a TaylorMade driver, a TaylorMade 3-wood, and a TaylorMade 5-wood. But as far as his irons go, all the way down through his wedges, he will be playing Nike irons, the same Nike irons that he used to practice and play with in preparation for his return to the PGA Tour here at Torrey Pines. Still, though, Tiger is working on the irons with TaylorMade. TaylorMade actually told me earlier today that he will be working with the R&D team to design and engineer an iron model over the course of the coming weeks/months. So no definitive date as to when Tiger will have TaylorMade irons in his bag. Still, though, he is very excited about his partnership with this equipment company.
I have certainly been testing equipment and have settled in with TaylorMade, and It's a process in which I had to be very careful going into because of my procedures on my back. I physically just couldn't go out there and hit, hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of golf balls a day. It's great that the fact that we have the opportunity to put any clubs in the bag, but also then again, the flip side of it is that you have to hit so many golf balls to figure out what's going on. With TaylorMade, they're allowing me to take my time, and we're going to develop my irons and make the irons and the blades that I want and that will fit, my game and what I like to look in not only in the playing position, but also feel and obviously shot window that I want to hit it through. So we're in a process of building that, and that's going to take a little bit of time. And the same with the wedges, but I'm going to use my same grind.
Now, Tiger will not have a TaylorMade putter in his bag. Instead, he's going back to his old Scotty Cameron putter, the one that he used to win 13 of his 14 major championships, including his last major championship, which came here in 2008. Tiger was playing the North Course in the Pro-Am today, getting some information as he played through this golf course. This is a revamped North Course by Tom Weiskopf, bigger greens, a little bit of length added, so he was trying to get as much information as possible. Tiger's excited not only about this week, but the fact that he's going to play 4 events over the next 5 weeks on 2 different continents. He's interested to see how his game and body reacts.
We all know I haven't played a full schedule in a very long time, and so this is an unknown. And so one of the reasons why I'm playing 4 out of 5 is to get into the playing rhythm of playing competitive golf again. I've been away from it for so long. I played 1 tournament in, that 15-month span, and I haven't played a full field event. I haven't got into a rhythm of playing, weeks on, a season. It's been a while, and so it was nice to start here at Torrey. The North Course is one of the reasons why I asked him if I could play the practice round or the Pro-Am today on the North Course to take a look at it because I hadn't seen it.
And Tiger will be playing with world number 1 Jason Day and world number 3 Dustin Johnson. And Tiger said he is very excited with 2 of the best players in the world beside him as he walks the fairways here on the South Course tomorrow. And that South Course is going to be tough because this golf course, both the South and the North, has absorbed a lot of rain. 13 inches this month. The average rainfall for this area, 9 inches per year, so they are well beyond that here just in January. It's going to be soft, so soft that PGA Tour rules officials are considering, and it's probably likely that they're going to play lift, clean, and place on both Thursday and Friday. George?
All right, Todd, appreciate it. And here's a look at the most tournament wins in Farmers Insurance Open history. Tiger Woods with 7. You see the name in second place. It's a guy who's coming off 2 off-season sports hernia surgeries. He's playing for the 2nd straight week on the PGA Tour. Phil Mickelson told our Todd Lewis he's in a bit of a groove now.
I'm really happy with where my swing is at. I thought that from the swing standpoint, the playing standpoint, I thought that I hit a lot more good shots as the week went on, and I was happy with the way it looked. It felt further away than it was. And as the weekend went on, it started to feel closer.
You obviously have such an emotional attachment to this area and to this tournament. Is it difficult with that emotional attachment to manage expectations as you enter this week?
It can be. But what I love most about playing here is that here I am, 46, and it reminds me of when I was 15 and coming out with my dad, watching the guys play and dreaming of being inside the ropes. And it just always brings back those memories. And so it's a special opportunity for me to come back here and feel somewhat young and remember when I was a little kid.
Well, folks, see if Phil Mickelson can get his first win on the PGA Tour since the 2013 Open. Plus, Tiger Woods making his return to the PGA Tour after a 17-month layoff. It's all at Torrey Pines, the Farmers Insurance Open. Our coverage beginning tomorrow, 2:30 Eastern. Still to come, we are going tee to green with Tiger Woods. Tonight, we're focusing around the green to zero in on the secrets to his short game success. Plus, see what happens when things go wrong for the likes of Phil Mickelson and Patrick Reed during a special PGA Tour commercial shoot.
You want me to say 79?
Hey, what was that? I read it. I'm better at reading it than...
Is it a question or statement?
Give me a read. How would you read it?
Say the line one more time.
Golf Central is brought to you by the new Titleist Pro V1 and Pro V1X. Choose the best for your game. GolfAdvisor.com Best of Lists. We didn't make the lists, you did.